report was released, and it was grim.
Hello and welcome back to the channel. This is Anna's Thoughts and Musical Parodies, and I am Anna, your hostess. Thank you so much for being here, especially if you're new, and please don't forget to subscribe if you're enjoying what you're seeing, and click the bell for notifications. If you have already been subscribed, you might as well go ahead and make sure that you still are, because YouTube likes to keep people off. As you got a hint of from the beginning, this video is about Biden's first days in office and how he's ruined things so far. So I hope that you'll enjoy that. But first, if you would like to support this channel financially, there are a few different ways that you can do that. I have links in the description that you can go ahead and check out. And I'm just going to be really real with you guys for a minute here. So I started YouTube back in September of 2019, maybe even a little bit before that, just sort of temporarily. Because I honestly feel a true calling from God, I think, to be doing this and to keep it going. But I have never gotten to the point of becoming monetized by YouTube or by any other social media outlet that I've tried using. And so in the meantime, I still have to work a regular job a few days a week, which of course is totally normal and would be no big deal, other than the fact that I since 2015 have suffered with pretty intense chronic pain every day. It's probably something that most people don't experience very often in their lives, that I've experienced every day for the past few years. So going to work without a car, because I've never really been able to afford a car. So I take public transportation there and back. Usually it's tough to go through wind and cold and rain with the pain issues that I have. It's honestly a little bit scary sometimes at night. I put on a tough exterior, probably act like I'm tougher than I am sometimes. But yeah, like just the other day, someone told me that someone attempted to rob them at knife point. And I don't have a gun right now. I have just a taser and pepper spray. But yeah, all that being said, I would love to be able to do YouTube and other platforms full time and really be able to put more effort and time into it, output more content, but I really can't do that without the support of my very loyal audience base. So that is why I've been asking for support regularly lately. And ideally, I would really not prefer to just be given money, even though you might say I've earned it. But that is why I'm happy to say that most of what I offer as options to support me get you something also. You can get $5 to start investing with Acorns. If you sign up for a monthly pledge on Patreon, you get exclusive content from me every month, and you get a discount on the merchandise that I sell, etc. So yeah, if you feel like you would like to support, my Patreon starts at just $3 a month, for example, and just any small amount on a regular basis from everyone would make such a huge difference, and it could really transform my life. So yeah, I just wanted to put that out there. Thank you so much to everyone who has supported thus far and to the patrons, and I hope you guys all enjoy the video.
We remain in the midst of one of the worst economic and job crises in modern history. But it doesn't have to stay that way. If we act now, we can begin to regain momentum and start to build back a better future.
Very interesting. Let's see how the people in, say, Wisconsin and Colorado are faring with these Build Back Better solutions so far.
On Joe Biden's first day in office, he killed thousands of American jobs. Joe Biden killed hundreds of Wisconsin jobs.
We're in a crisis.
Just hours after President Biden was sworn in, his administration issued temporary bans on any new drilling permits or leases on federal land, both onshore and offshore.
We are preparing to take legal action.
Kathleen Skama with Western Energy Alliance says not only are there legal but economic implications to the administration's move, pointing to a study that found it would cost Colorado $546 million in tax revenue and more than 5,000 jobs over the next 4 years.
This is a dire jobs report.
Yeah, I would say so, Joe. You probably shouldn't have stolen the election.
Joe Biden's decision makes us more dependent on the Middle East, more dependent on Russia, more dependent on Venezuela for our supply of energy.
A move the oil and gas industry claims is against the law. The president, they say, can make it difficult to drill, but he can't ban it.
I find his decision disgusting.
Kind of sounds like fascism to me, too. Possibly the only thing that members of Antifa and related groups and myself could agree on is neither of us want people like Joe Biden in office.
Our number 1 and 2 trading partners in the world are Canada and Mexico, and it's so important that we have good relationships with both of them. Now, already a lot of this pipeline's been built. I'm sure Canada felt this was a done deal as part of their economic development, and on day one, Joe Biden comes out of the chute and pops Canada right in the face. I mean, amateur night at the White House.
As we head into a very dark winter ahead, the folks out there aren't looking for a handout. They just need help.
Yeah, that's right, Joe. They need help, and raising taxes all over the place and cutting out a bunch of jobs, etc., is not helping them. It's not.
One day after taking office, President Biden making clear addressing climate change will be a top priority.
What it's doing is forcing this oil and natural gas to come in via train, which is less environmentally friendly and at a higher risk to the environment than a very safe pipeline would be able to provide.
I don't think they're thinking through all these implications and the sacrifices that they're asking Westerners to make in terms of livelihoods and economic opportunity.
They're in trouble through no fault of their own. Nothing they did caused them to have hours cut or lose their job or drop out of the market.
Exactly. It was the China virus. It was the reaction by governors to the China virus. And now it's Joe Biden as president, destroying the country little by little from day one.
The ban, just one component of President Biden's nearly $2 trillion climate action plan.
Look at the 3 historic wildfires we had last year.
And of course, this guy, just like so many other elites out there, wants us to believe that these fires were primarily, if not entirely, caused by climate change. However, I remember, and maybe you remember, but if you don't, I will remind you right now, that there were a few people arrested for arson last year. Just a few people setting a fire in key places. That can spread pretty far. So, I'd think about that.
It is eminently doable. It's a big effort, and it involves significant economic transformations.
By economic transformations, he basically means pretty much pressuring people into working in different types of energy jobs to switch it over to what the state wants rather than what the people want.
Solar and storage industry is ready, willing, and able to take all the skilled folks from oil and gas who are interested in potentially doing a little bit of retraining and coming over and installing solar panels, installing batteries, designing those systems.
But it's also going to have significant economic benefits.
Kathleen Skama disagrees.
There's a role for renewables, no doubt, but they can't provide the 24/7 energy that oil and natural gas does.
In Boulder, Sean Boyd covering Colorado First.
We're going to need more economic relief to bridge through 2021 until this pandemic and economic crisis are over. And then we need to build back better.
And on day one, Joe Biden comes out of the chute and pops Canada right in the face.
Thank you so much for watching. Since you made it all the way to the end of the video, don't forget to click the thumbs up, share with other people who would also enjoy, and have a wonderful night, afternoon, morning, evening, whatever time zone you are in. Thank you again so much for everyone who financially supports, and if you would like to check out ways to do that, don't forget to check out the description. I will see you next time. Bye.